morning. Thank you for the invitation from the Dravidian Professionals Forum. Thank you, Pugar. Thank you, Shankar, for the invitation. I was just asking how many minutes am I given, because we are all compulsory speakers. We get carried away by our own voices. So if you can say, put the bell and say stop, I'll stop. Anyways, thanks for the invitation. I know there are eminent speakers there. MGS is there, Raj is there, then my good friend Bala is there. Extremely happy to touch base with all of you on this virtual forum, and a lot of speakers have joined in. This is going live also. So I was looking at it from the point of view of an ordinary person. If somebody has got a fever and he's feeling that he's got fever, then is it possible to have an app? I don't know whether it's there. I've not looked at the government of Tamil Nadu since I left it. Whether there's an app to tell me which is my nearest testing center. So when I go there, when I go to the testing center, they should not ask me any name or anything. Just take the Aadhaar number, and if it's possible to get into the database, because I've gone and tested 8 times, and all the 8 times in one of the best laboratories in government of Tamil Nadu, and 8 times they have taken my name, number, address, everything. There was absolutely no need. So this is the second thing, because lots of people are waiting in the queue. So that's the second thing. Is there a coordinated database where the private sector clinics, public sector, all testing centers are on that, and only on that you can enter the database data of the patient, and then positives and negatives, because it's extremely important. Even a few days later, or months later, or years later, for the data from an epidemiological point of view, it's important to have that kind of data. Because if you wish to know what is the age group that's coming more for testing, why they're coming, all those things can be captured in this particular format. I don't think there is a coordinated database into which private sector, government, everybody feeds in as soon as you ask for a testing. And third is the testing result. It varies from testing center to testing center. And if it can be standardized and say that, okay, within so many hours, it should come as a notification or as a WhatsApp message to the patient, because the prospect or the potential patient, he'll feel a lot relieved. One of the things which I developed when I was in COVID, when I was in lockdown, the first thing was, the patients who are at home, or people who are at home 70 years, 80 years, they're not worried. They'd like to know, they might have a slight apprehension of a fever, etc. But it's difficult for them to go out and ask somebody. So I developed an app along with Apollo Hospital and a private technology person. It's called GoAssure. But unfortunately, because I was in a fight with the government, they did not approve it, because all COVID apps had to be approved by government before it went to the Google Play Store. The whole idea was that we had around hundreds of volunteer doctors who would look at these patients and say, okay, when they feed in the data, it will come as either green, amber, or red. So if it's green, the patient requires only assurance. It's psychological. If it's amber, the patient requires a little more, focus. And third is, if it's red, then obviously the patient needs to be shifted to a COVID care center or hospital. So this is something which, it can be run simply. If I could develop an app sitting on this table, on this chair, with 3 people who are in different parts of the country, it's so easy for us to do all this. So the app is really live right now. I'm trying to get it across because the government has changed now. So I think that will be approved. So that's the third thing. So assurance for the patients, somebody is not gasping for breath or anything, but he or she is apprehensive. Then where are the beds? Where are the oxygenators? All those things, I think, should be fed into a database. And, today somebody was asking, where is an ICU bed? Now, how do we find out really? You go from one center to another to third. Now, they have done this for beds. It's not possible to find out which is the nearest, just like, Ola car or a Uber, which is the nearest bed available, which is empty right now, so that the patient need not go. The other thing which I want to tell you is, when people stand in queues, what happens is that the person is standing in a queue for a particular medicine, think that particular medicine will help the patient who is actually gasping for breath. Now, when the patient is gasping for breath and this person has to stand in a queue for 4 hours, I think that defeats the whole purpose. And by the time he gets the medicine and comes back, the patient is dead and gone. Now, we need to find out, using technology, where are these patients? For example, at the district collector level, at government level, at district collector level, let's say at that level, they need to know where are these patients, because we cannot treat people as numbers. We need to know them by name. And we should know that this particular patient needs more priority than this particular patient, and take them to a better facility. And this all can be done only through technology. Today, time is of essence. People are gasping for breath. And if we take a piece of paper, write it down, and do things the manually, the government way, the routine government way, I think it will not work. We need to look at a holistic COVID portal, which will have all these plugins for different sections of the population. It can be for the potential patient, it can be for the doctors, it can be for the patients, it can be for the supplier of vaccine. For example, vaccine, I was telling that, you could use the polling stations. If the vaccines are available, right now we have a positive, the shortage of vaccines, etc. But let's assume we get 2 million, 3 million doses of vaccine. Then there will be a rush for it. So why can't we use the election database and say that, okay, only people come the polling booth wise, the people who belong to that polling booth come there and use an app to book the thing on that particular polling booth. It's very easy actually to do it. So these are the things that immediately come to my mind. And when you talk about data sets and big data coming in, it will be very useful for planning our future reactions or our responses. It can get much better using technology.